SMT Nation, we back. We're going to be talking about some networking, some advanced next level networking stuff here in this video. I want to give people some hope. I want to give people something to look forward to. I've been seeing a lot of upgrades in my area. The year 2022, the calendar year, has been very good to the Cleveland market. We've got massive upgrades from T-Mobile that have been ongoing for a couple of years. We've got huge upgrades from AT&T. And they've done that now consecutive years, dating all the way back to 2018 when they first started building out, Band 14 and modernizing through the FirstNet contract, and Verizon as well. All right, huge C-band upgrades, modernizations. All these companies are increasing backhaul. They're hanging, radios and antennas, modernizing, densifying, C-RAN. All these things are going on. So the networking is in a good place. The carriers are doing a lot, spending a lot of money and modernizing the network. So I want to show you guys something. And this is some tweets from my Twitter account. You guys can follow me at SneedTech if you would like. I post a lot of stuff there. But the reason I wanted to do this video is because I want to show you guys what the technology is doing today and what you can look forward to in the near future if you haven't seen any recent upgrades yet. It is coming. We got disclosures from T-Mobile, AT&T, and especially recently Verizon, that they're going to continue to upgrade sites. And this is what I'm seeing a mile away from a tower site in suburbia. All right. The ping time is 26 millisecond. The jitter's a little high at 28 millisecond. But the throughput on 60 megahertz of N77, and typically what I see from Verizon is like 5 megahertz of band 2 as the anchor. And that's it. Okay, so this is essentially 65 megahertz of spectrum, and it's 523 megabits per second down and 61 megabits per second up. This speed test taken here was indeed just those two channels. All right, and you will see the RSRP value minus 104. So it's not edge cell, but it's definitely not ideal. Usually you like to see the RSRP, somewhere between like 80, 85 dBm when you want to evaluate like peak throughput. And then the SINR is really good here at 21 dB. It's a clean signal, right? It's not noisy. It's not going to be problematic. This is Verizon's N77. All right, you will see it is indeed confirmed. But what I want to explain is this tower site is 1 mile away. All the tower sites around this particular site are also modernized. I think there's only one neighboring cell that has not been upgraded, and I think it may be due to some restrictions in the backhaul. I don't know if they can get the one fiber there. So maybe they're working on that, and once that's in place, we might see it get the upgrade. But folks, this site is a mile away, and Verizon puts tower sites macros basically a mile apart in this market. They do major density here, and when this tower site was first turned on, I was getting like maybe 300 megabits per second down from these same locations where I'm testing from. The speeds are picking up. The densification process with the tuning and the fact that Verizon is using Samsung MIMO radio and antenna gear, right? So they're using what I believe is a very, very good performing hardware. I think Samsung's getting really good. I think it's happening. I think the updates that have happened on the firmware level has made the hardware even better. So this is 1 mile range. This is indoors. What they basically said that C-band couldn't do, it is absolutely doing. These things are going to continue to improve. The ping times will continue to dip. We're going to be seeing a standalone 5G network core launch from Verizon very, very soon, Q1 of 2023. T-Mobile's already been doing some SA 5G stuff. I hear AT&T's been doing it too. People are finding N5 on standalone randomly throughout the country. So we're watching that. But folks, this is not so near to the site. This is not perfect RF conditions, but the MIMO gear is making C-band absolutely phenomenal, a great performer. And I want to show you guys something here. Here's another test that I took back to back. I think not only is this a video where we can celebrate C-band showing reach, showing that it's not as problematic in its propagation and its range and its indoor coverage. It's not only that. I think we actually have to call a spade here and celebrate two more things. Samsung radio gear really starting to come through in the clutch. Okay, here's another speed test, right? 520 down and 64 up, 25 ping, 4 jitter. And then here is the speed testing from NPerf. You'll see 65 max on the download with a 379 average. Max on the uplink was 71 with average at 61. And it's on an NSA 5G connection. When those things start to change, when we start like seeing an SA connection, I mean, this is only going to improve. Plus, we're going to get additional bandwidth next year, right? We're going to start to see more of the 140, 160, 180, 200 megahertz channels through December of next year. The channels are going to widen, right? We're going to be seeing aggregation of NR bands. So it won't be, just a 60 megahertz channel. It'll be a 100 megahertz channel plus an additional 40, 60, 80, or whatever. Plus, we're also going to see cbrs go NR or 5G. There's stuff happening, right? And that's just Verizon. AT&T is going to be combining their DoD and their C-band. T-Mobile is going to start to aggregate more of their connections and freeing up spectrum that used to be LTE, right? Converting it to NR and things like that. There is a lot of, there's a lot more to see here. The ceiling is very high. And by the way, my iPhone cannot get this uplink. So that was the second thing I want to say we should celebrate is the fact that the Google Pixel 7 Pro is a competitive smartphone to even the iPhone or the Galaxy, right? 520 down, 64 up. My iPhone will typically do like 40 megabits per second or 50 maybe on the uplink in this location, which is good. There's nothing wrong with it. The iPhone will also do the same on the downlink too. But the uplink performance on the Pixel 7 Pro, I think on two carriers, specifically Verizon and T-Mobile, is really, really good. I think that the Google Pixel, with its whole like AI suite of features, on its modem tech, being that the radio gear here in my market is Samsung and the Google Pixel's modem is also Samsung. I think there might be something to be said there that it may be optimized for these types of connectivity. So I'm watching that. I'm going to continue to use it. I'm very happy with the Pixel 7 Pro. I can recommend it to you guys, especially those that want to use it on Verizon and T-Mobile. And if you're a Verizon customer, maybe because it's a Samsung market for the radio gear, this is huge. And you could feel confident it's going to perform well in an Ericsson market too. And again, I'm not saying sell the phone you got and just move to a Google Pixel 7 Pro. I'm saying if you've always liked them and you've held off and you wanted to see how this one is, I feel confident recommending it to you. I think whatever software bugs at launch and all that, it takes a couple of months, but it's performing great. It's very, very nice. Battery life is good. Verizon's got a good network where you are. It's definitely worth your considerations. So a lot to celebrate here, a lot of good in today's update. I wanted to share it with you guys. These updates are coming. If you haven't seen them yet, they are coming. Verizon did confirm they are going to upgrade all sites in the country with 5G radio upgrades, C-band, full modernization, the whole shebang. It's coming. T-Mobile's competing. They're expanding their coverage footprint. They're still upgrading towers. And AT&T is on a massive tear as well with good pace. Good time for cellular networking right now, folks. We're seeing some great things. I can't wait for this site to get the bandwidth upgrade to start seeing, uniform gigabit speeds from Verizon. Because by that point, they're going to be done hanging radios and antennas. Like Verizon, they're basically matching T-Mobile's 5G UC right now in Cleveland. Essentially what's been done in a year, right? It's absolutely phenomenal. AT&T is closing the gap fast. It's really impressive to see how these carriers have spent all this money and their dedicated teams have made these upgrades. Truly phenomenal and amazing. Comment down below what you guys think of the testing, the metrics there, the numbers. Love to hear what you guys have to say on this, and also tell me how things are looking in your market, how the carriers are performing, and if you're seeing similar upgrades, and how your phones are performing, relatively speaking. Maybe it's fixed wireless access that's enabled you to get a new home internet provider option, a competitor. All right, so exciting times indeed. Comment down below, you all, the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more, and turn on the bell notification icon. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Check out my Patreon page, and you can also become a member and support us here on YouTube. Go to that support link that's in the description or hit the join button down next to the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and then here's some words of goodness for you as we head out this video. Every new day is an opportunity to be great, so go out there and be great. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.